Okay, so the scammer said to call him. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. What's up, members of the Barrio? It's John, and I never thought I would make this video, but educating my audience on potential scams when looking for an apartment in New York City seemed just too good of an opportunity to pass up. Here's the story. I was using StreetEasy.com to scan for potential new apartments for next month when I came across this absolute gem. $2,350 a month to live in the heart of Greenwich Village? Are you kidding me? That bedroom's bigger than my current apartment. It sounded too good to be true, but being the curious person that I am, I decided to send a message to the person listed on StreetEasy as the contact. And guess what? The name actually matched up with a Google search of the owner of the apartment. And heck, this was StreetEasy.com, a legitimate website, not Craigslist. What could possibly go wrong? I read the first response, and at that point, I knew it was 99.9% chance a scam. The first red flag was that it was fully furnished. The next thing was the guy talking about needing a responsible person to take care of the apartment and not money. Don't make me laugh. To think that somebody is renting out the apartment to a responsible person for $3,000 under market value? Am I just too jaded of a New Yorker to believe that kind of crap? The next email I received, he continued the game. He talked about wanting a sign of commitment before showing an apartment, how he got burned in the past coming from Hawaii because nobody was showing up. If you're actually renting an apartment in Greenwich Village that big at $2,350 a month, you'll have a line down the block. Everybody is going to show up. He then tried to sound more legitimate with me by asking questions that, yes, maybe a potential landlord would ask you. Can you take care of my apartment? How many months will you be renting? Are you a party type? Okay, now I'm gonna have some fun with him. So I just kept playing along. Here are some of my favorite responses. If I spill wine, I'll call you immediately. And to my drinking ability, I'm too boring for parties. Just a few vodka shots from time to time. And the game continued. The nerve of this guy pretending that not only was he in Hawaii, but he was being affected by the volcanoes there. As I suspected, he wanted payment up front before you'd even get a chance to see the place. Well, if you didn't know it by now, never ever send money to anybody in advance for an apartment that you've never seen, but I digress. This is the best part. He said that he was having his lawyer prepare his lease for us, and I'm having my Hollywood agent prepare my next script for me. So I told him what any excited, gullible person would. Just tell me where to send the money. I want this apartment. I was actually impressed by his response. He sent me a phony lease agreement. I mean, any real New Yorker knows that nobody says they live in Manhattan, New York, but wanting to see where he'd go with this, I filled in all phony information because I wanted to see where he actually wanted me to send this money. He wanted $4,700 paid up front, 1 month rent, 1 month security. Wow. That's a lot of money. The guy went radio silent on me for about 24 hours, so I found his phone number attached to one of the emails and decided I'd send him a text message. Are you still interested in the apartment? Yes, I'm calling you in 1 minute. I'm ready to take the apartment, but I want to speak to you for a few minutes. So I tried calling him from Google Voice. I wanted this scammer on the phone so badly, I was gonna quiz him on Hawaii. I was going to make him look so stupid.
The Text Now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
As you just heard, his voicemail went to a Text Now account, which is basically a spoofing app that you can put on your phone to simulate a US phone number. Yeah, he was definitely a scammer. I decided to press him on the topic more through a couple of text messages. Is this a scam or real? I tried calling and I still couldn't hear you, and here you are asking, is this a scam? Are you for real? Well, just for fun and to give you guys something to watch, I decided to play along just a little bit longer and see how he wanted payment. The next step is to make the payment. Do you use ZellyPay? ZellyPay, I later learned, is similar to PayPal, and you do need a US bank account to get it, so that's just an extra little wrinkle that he threw into this scam, because I think when you say Western Union, a lot of people do get scared off by that. I decided to waste more of the guy's time. My bank won't send it, and he asked me for a screenshot. Well, my friend said this could be a scam. Is this real? And he responded, "Good luck with your search. I'm not here for your game." Then I decided to let him know that I was really onto him. "Why are you using a text now number? I tried leaving you a voicemail. That's an app to spoof phone numbers. The more you think you know, the less you see. You're the Yoda of apartment scammers. Why not get a real job?" And with that, I ended the interaction with the scammer. But there's a lot of good points that we can take from this. The number one point, never ever send anybody money without looking at an apartment first. Now, any licensed real estate broker would never ask you for something like that, but what made this scam interesting to me was that I didn't find this on Craigslist. I found it on both Trulia and StreetEasy.com, which are completely reputable websites. Another scam that I've heard of involves short-term rentals, and you'd be looking for a sublease. Now, you'd go to an apartment and somebody would show you around. They would say it was their apartment, but they'd actually be renting it illegally off of Airbnb and then trying to get deposits from multiple parties. And when everyone comes to move in, they're gonna find out that the key they started with doesn't actually work. So if you are gonna do a short-term rental from somebody in New York City, make sure you see an identification with their name and that address listed, as well as some kind of a utility bill with their name and address on it, just proving that that space is actually theirs. Tell me what you thought about this scam in the comments. Would people actually fall for it? Why or why not? And make sure to subscribe now if you're new to this channel. We are continuing the Finding an Apartment in New York City series. In the next episode, I'm actually gonna get out there, look at some units, and explain why I didn't like them very much. It's some really interesting stuff, so turn on notifications by clicking that bell and make sure you don't miss out on any new uploads. Guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Until next time.